This is your stimulus update for Wednesday, May 27th, and it is mainly for those of you on SSI, SSDI, Social Security retirement, Social Security survivors, VA benefits, or railroad retirement benefits recipients. And this video is covering the first stimulus check, the $1,200 stimulus check that many people have received, but many people still are waiting for and trying to get answers for how they are going to get their payment and when they're going to get their payment. If this is your first time watching, thank you so much for watching. Welcome to my channel. My name is Justin, and I do videos on stimulus check updates and stimulus payment updates. And if you're interested in getting the latest stimulus updates every day, please subscribe to my channel and hit the notification bell so that you're notified every single time I upload a new video. And I would appreciate it if you click the like button so that YouTube can share this video with others that may have the same questions that you have. Today I'm going to be going over some questions that I've received in my comment section from previous videos, and in addition I'm going to be going over some troubleshooting tips for the Get My Payment tool for those of you that are having problems getting information from the Get My Payment tool, or you're receiving an error message saying information not available or information does not match our records. So let's jump right into the comments and answer some questions. And as always, if I don't answer your question in this video, please be sure to leave a comment below letting us know what your question is, what government benefit you receive, if any, and any other information that might be helpful for us to answer your question either in a video or in the comment section. The first comment comes from Pedro, and he says, if I get a stimulus check from Social Security, do I get another from VA? Thank you for the question, Pedro. I've actually seen a few people asking me this question. If you're receiving multiple benefits, SSI, SSDI, VA, railroad retirement, Social Security retirement, or Social Security survivors, and you receive multiple benefits, I've had a few people ask if they will receive multiple stimulus checks because they're on multiple benefits. And the answer to that is no. These stimulus checks are only one per person for those that are eligible. And to be eligible, you have to make less than $99,000 per year and not have anyone claim you as a dependent. You also have to be over the age of 17 or 17 or older by the end of 2020. If you fit those requirements, you should be eligible for a check and you should receive it. Thank you once again, Pedro, for that question. The next comment comes from Jill Barnes, and Jill says, I use Direct Express and receive SSI disability. I found out that on May 13th that my stimulus payment was direct deposited to a bank account I do not own. It says to tell me to check with my bank to see if the deposit was or money was there. However it was worded, it gave me the last four numbers of the account number. Jill, thank you for this question. If you have a stimulus payment that was sent to the incorrect bank account, then the IRS should receive that payment back from the bank when the bank rejects that check. After the IRS receives the money back for you, they will issue a stimulus check, a physical check, or an EIP debit card, and will send it to the last address they have on file for you. So if you checked the Get My Payment tool and it told you that you already had money deposited and you don't have that money, or you did not receive it into your account, the IRS most likely received that money back from the bank that it sent it to, and you should be receiving a paper check or an EIP debit card in the mail. And also I've noticed that some people that have had this situation have actually seen a change on the Get My Payment tool for when their check was issued after they were already told that their check had been deposited into a bank account. So after a paper check is issued, the Get My Payment status should change and give you a new updated information for when your check will come in the mail. And when the date comes, the IRS has said that within 14 days, you should receive your check. Thank you once again for that comment and that question. So the next question is regarding the Get My Payment tool, and with this question, I'm also going to be going over the troubleshooting tips that I have for the Get My Payment tool. The comment comes from Shelly8332 and says, hello, I'm on SSDI and trying to get my payment date, and the website keeps telling me my information does not match what they have. Can you please tell me what I'm doing wrong? Thank you. Thank you for the comment, Shelly. So for Get My Payment Tool troubleshooting, these are some things I tried, and I realized there are some things that will cause it to fail and other things that will make it so it goes through. One of the things I tried is with dashes and without dashes in my social security number. It does not matter whether you use dashes or no dashes. I tried both and I was able to get the status of mine both with dashes and without dashes. So don't worry about with or without dashes. Just make sure your social security number is correct. So one of the other things that will cause it to show information not available or information does not match our records is if your birth date is incorrect. I tried putting in an incorrect birth date for me, but everything else was correct and it didn't work. And I realized that seems pretty obvious, but make sure you're formatting it correctly. Birth date should be 2 month digits, 2 day digits, and then 4 year digits. And it shows you right on the page how the format should be. And make sure there's slashes in between each of those, the month, the day, and the year. If you enter in your birthday correctly, it should be okay. So move on to the next portion, and that's the address. This is the one that I think causes a lot of problems for people. The address field is kind of finicky, and so I tried putting in some addresses and just variations of my own address, and it had to be very specific what it accepted. I tried putting in, and this isn't my actual address, but I put in 14123 South, 1289 East, and that did not work. However, I put in 14123 S, S for South, and 1289 East, but just E for East, and that did work. So if you have a street address and you have a north, south, east, or west in your address, or a drive or a road or anything like that, make sure you're using the correct abbreviation for those when you're entering your address. Because like I was saying, and no, this is not my actual address, but like I was saying, if I put in the full word East, E-A-S-T, it did not work. But as soon as I put in just the E, it did work. So make sure if you're using north, south, east, or west as part of your address, and it's part of your address, just do N, S, E, W, and not the full word. The same goes for street, the street name, like if you have Flower Way or Flower Drive, make sure you're doing DR, make sure for road it's RD, and those abbreviations actually do matter in the address field. If you have questions, try Googling your own address, and Google should give you the address that is most commonly used. So try those tips, see if that helps you get some information out of the Get My Payment tool. It shouldn't be this finicky, but it really is very specific on how you need to enter your address. Let me know if that tip helped you or if any of those tips helped you. So in addition to this, I did receive a comment from one of my commenters that was not having a status and wasn't getting a status and having problems with the Get My Payment tool. And she suggested, her name is Sue, and Sue says, I just got a date on the Get My Payment for the 28th. And adds, try to put your payee address. So if you have a representative payee, try putting in their address, but still your social security number and your information other than the address. Sue said that this helped and that she was able to get a payment date because she put in her payee's address with all of the rest of the information, hers. So try your social security number, birth date, then your payee's address and zip code, and see if that helps. Let me know if that helps. That was just a tip I received from Sue, and it seems like it helped her. So please let me know if that was useful or if that helped you get into the Get My Payment tool. So these are some tips that you can try. I know the Get My Payment tool has been super frustrating, but I think one of the most frustrating is if you can't even get into the tool to get any status at all. The other thing is, after you've tried, I believe it is 3 times that day, it will not let you try again. I know that's so frustrating, but that's, I think, for security measures, so people aren't just trying and trying and trying a bunch of numbers and then stealing other people's payments. So try the Get My Payment tool. Once it locks you out, you have to wait 24 hours before you can try it again. You could go to a public library or a public place that has internet, and you could try using it there to try and get into the Get My Payment tool. But from that location that you're in, it will only allow you to do it 3 times. So hopefully that's helpful. I know the Get My Payment tool has been frustrating, but a lot of people have been getting their payment dates and payment information. So keep trying it. Thanks so much for watching once again, guys. And if you haven't subscribed to my channel, be sure to subscribe. I'm doing my best to try and get you guys information to help you get your payments, to figure out when your payment is coming. And I really do spend a lot of time studying this stuff and trying to learn what you can do to get your payments and get your payment dates. Thank you once again so much for watching, and I will talk to you again soon.